Well, hi there, folks. This is your host, ID Jester. Thanks for checking out my video. And well, this will be the actual video for who do you think will win the World Series this year? I posted a video, but unfortunately, somehow the sound got cut off there. So apologize for that. I'll go ahead and take that video down. Here's what I'm looking for from you guys out there. What I thought we'd do is have a little subscriber contest here and see how we do in determining who's going to win the World Series this year. So, as you've seen, we had actually run an out of the park baseball 16, and I had to simulate the whole season. And what we did here is show you guys the playoff tree here. So in this simulation, this is the third time I ran it, and it's come up with three different um, winners every time. So it's a pretty close season. Could be any one of a number of teams, but this year it ended up being the Detroit Tigers and the New York Mets, and the Mets end up taking the series 4-2 against Detroit. So here's what I want from you guys. I'm going to have you guys repost. Sorry about this again for the lack of sound, but what I want is I want to have a little competition between subscribers and myself to see who can get the most points from getting their playoff bracket the closest. So what I want from you is your final four teams, just like this weekend basketball is getting down their own final four teams. So we're going to do final four, two in the American League, two in the National League. Then I want your World Series participants, and then I want your World Series winner. You're going to get 1 point for each correct Final Four team. So if you pick Boston, the Tigers, the Mets, and the Dodgers, you get 4 points. And then from there, I want your World Series participants. So if you chose the Tigers and the Mets, you get 2 points each for that. And then what I want is your final World Series champion. And if you're correct with that, you're going to get 4 points. So there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points. And we'll see who gets the most points at the end of the season. What I'll do is I'll update this video throughout the season and let everybody that posts their thoughts on who's going to win the World Series. And we'll have a little competition here and see exactly who is the best baseball prognosticus? Yeah, something like that. Prognosticist. And we'll see who gets the closest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my final four teams, and I'll give you my World Series matchup, and then I'll give you my World Series. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Let's go back. And I'll give you my World Series winner, and then you guys post. Again, what I'm looking for is your final four teams, then your World Series participants, and then your World Series champion. And you're going to get, the most you can get is 12 points, but hopefully we'll get a bunch of people in. We'll have a little competition to see who is the best, has the best baseball IQ out there. So for my my final four are going to be set up this way. I'm going to have the Toronto Blue Jays. The Toronto Blue Jays are going to take on the Houston Astros. So Toronto and Houston are going to go in the American League, and they're going to fight it out to see who goes on to the World Series. And in 6 games, I'm going to have the Toronto Blue Jays going back to the World Series. So Toronto and Houston, and Toronto is going to go on the World Series. In the National League, it's going to be the Washington Nationals taking on, I hate to say it, but I think they're going to take on the Chicago Cubs. Washington Nationals and Chicago Cubs. And in a close, well-fought 7-game series, the Washington Nationals are going to go to their first World Series. Hope they haven't made it there before. I don't think so. But Washington Nationals and the Chicago Cubs. And so in a hard-fought 7-game series, Washington Nationals will take on the Toronto Blue Jays. And in 6 games, the Washington Nationals defeat the Toronto Blue Jays to win the World Series in 2017. So that'll be my setup. Toronto and Houston in the fighting for the Final Four, and Toronto will win and go on to the World Series. The Washington Nationals will take on the Chicago Cubs. The Washington Nationals will defeat the Cubs and go on to the World Series. And in 6 games, the Nationals will defeat the Toronto Blue Jays. You don't have to tell me how many games. That's just something I'm just doing out of my own head. If you want to, that's fine. It's not going to matter. You're not going to get any more points if you get the number of games right or anything. So this is just a nice competition that we're going to have between subscribers and myself. You have until opening day, which is a week from today. At opening day, I'll repost all the comments, so we'll have them recorded and everyone can see. And then throughout the baseball season, I'll update and see how everyone's teams are doing. Probably at the quarter point, the halfway point, the three-quarter point, I'll probably do an updated video, and we'll see how everyone's teams are doing. And then at the end of the competition, I'm going to have some kind of prize. I haven't decided what it's going to be yet, but whoever gets the most points will get a prize at the end. So there'll be a little competition here, and you'll get national notoriety for your baseball expertise. So apologize for the video that went without the sound, and for those guys that already posted, you're going to have to post again. So sorry about that. I apologize. But what I'm looking for is your Final Four, your World Series participants, and your World Series winner. Again, you don't need to tell me how many games, just the teams. And if you are the lucky one with the most points, then you're going to get a reward from ID Gesture. So maybe a plaque or something. I'll mail you a plaque, and then you can take a picture of it or a trophy. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do something for the winner. So hopefully this will keep a lot of people interested, and we'll have a little subscriber competition. So hopefully you'll do really well. My four: Toronto, Houston, Washington, Chicago. Toronto and the Nationals will be in the World Series, and the Nationals will win the World Series against Toronto. And we'll see how well we do. So be sure to leave your thoughts and comments. You have until opening day. If you're watching this, you have until opening day, which is April 2nd, to get your teams, your Final Four teams, and your posts in on this. And we'll see who does the best. And whoever does the best will get some kind of reward. So hopefully it'll be something good. And thanks for watching, and good luck. We'll see you guys next time.